G'day there. Now in this video we're going to have a look at actually setting up Zotero from scratch. On the screen here you can see the Zotero website, which is at zotero.org. You can download the program from here. It's available for Mac, Windows and Linux, as I said in the earlier video. So if we click on download, and this one's identified of course that I'm running Windows, so it's offering to download the Windows version. The first thing to say to you is about the Zotero connector, which is the browser connector, which will allow you to add items direct from your browser into the Zotero database. Zotero recognises the type of document that it is, and the icon, it's picking up that it's a web page, but it might have a different icon if it was a PDF or if it was some other sort of an article. Now, this is for Chrome, this one. However, there are connectors for other browsers, Firefox, Edge and Safari. So you would download that and we'll come back and have a look at the installation process next. Once you've installed Zotero, which is just a straightforward process, as I'm sure you all realise, irrespective of what system that you're running, the next thing to do is to organise an account. Now the account is free, same as what the software is, and you'd simply go to zotero.org, or if you're still already there, go to login, and then register for a free account. Then you'll put your username, an email, confirm it, passwords, etc. The standard process. The good thing about registering the account is it will allow you to sync your local database with Zotero's online database, which will keep it under your username, and that provides a backup for all of your research. If you expand your research quite considerably, you can also upgrade your storage, and that becomes a paid feature. So we'll pull up Zotero. This is what it looks like, except it will be in light mode, not in dark mode. I've installed a plugin to give me dark mode, which I'll show you. And the first thing that you will have in your empty library will simply be this collection here for my library. Then it's simply a matter of going down and adding a collection. So you'd right click on there, new collection, right? And then you'll name the collection. Now then you might have, on this one here, it's got sub-collections. So artificial intelligence, how to use GPT, right? Use of AI, and you can just keep adding sub-collections as you go, and however you like to organise your research. That's up to you. In the centre screen here is a list of all of the papers that I've collected, and I've just highlighted an older one here, 1996, because it'll have a lot of history. But on the right hand side under info, you can see that it's given a citation key to the article. That's configurable by you in the preferences. It identifies what type it is, and there's all sorts of different types that you can determine, but it will normally pick them up when you pull it into Zotero. It gives you the title, the authors, gets those, and provides an abstract. Some of them are quite long too, the abstracts. All the other details relating to it, including the digital object identifier, and also the URL where it came from, and all of those types of things. Now, notes is what you can add to it. So you can actually add your own notes if you wish to do so. Next one is tags. Sometimes this picks it up from the document. I've got a tag there that's red, which is this little green colour there. But it'll often pick up keywords and pull them all in there too. Any related ones that you want to add, well, it's got one there. It's got one of the real missions of the mission statement. The preview is another plugin which I'll show you shortly, which provides you with both the citation in the format that you want and the bibliography. So this is it, and you can see it's got the top, it's got Melbourne Polytechnic Harvard, which is the style that I use, and it gives you the bibliography. Now down the bottom you can choose the preview style. I'll just pull that across from the other screen. So you can see here it's got a whole heap of different ones, and you can actually search for other ones online as well. They are available. And it's also got the individual citation. So down the bottom here, you can copy either the citation and paste it straight into your paper, or copy the bibliography too and put that in if you wish to do so. I write a lot of stuff in Obsidian, so I just copy the citation straight across and put it in there. But there's also another way of doing footnotes, and there's a separate video on that if you're interested. Cite is another program that I use for research. It's AI based, millions of articles, and it actually provides a reference to all of the citations and the references that this particular article's got. Again, this is a plugin. It doesn't come standard with Zotero. So now that we've got all that done, let's go over to our preferences under Edit and Preferences. So here's our preference screen. It's got a number of items that can be adjusted. These ones, I don't really touch them at all. Now, sync. This is where you sync the information in your database to the Zotero online database. I'll unlink my account here, unlink the account, all right? And now it's asking me, just say to sync. I've got my username there, so I'll just put my password in, and that's done it, and set up syncing. So that's all you need to do when you set up your account with Zotero and do it. It automatically links and syncs the account, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. The export one can set the item format or the referencing style, and as you can see, there's lots of them there. And cite is again the same, the referencing styles, and you just pick the one that you want. Now, better bib text, open better bib text preferences. This is relevant. Now, this is what will come up for your better bib text for exportation, the citation key formula. Now, it doesn't need to, you don't need to change this, you can leave it as it is. However, what I've changed is that when I pull my citations into Obsidian, I've attached a Z at the end of the note name, which lets me know that it's come in from Zotero. But you don't need to worry about that. Just leave it as it is. Now, if we close that and go back up to here, and we'll have a look at the tools and the add-ons. I'll pull these across from over here. Now, these are available from the Zotero plugin list on the Zotero website. It's under Documents. I'll put the link in the article and the video. Better Bib Text for Zotero is a very useful plugin. I would suggest that you grab that. The DOI Manager will provide you with the digital object identifiers for each of the articles. Night for Zotero is the night theme. It's basically the dark theme. I prefer dark themes if I can use them. And the site plugin I've already talked about, which is this one here, and gives you all the referencing and numbers for the citations. Zotero Preview, this is a particularly important one to put this Zotero Preview in. This is this plugin here, Preview, and if you don't install the plugin, you won't get these nice little citations and bibliographies that you can copy straight across into your documents. So perhaps the last thing to show you is that often there'll be PDFs available with an article, and Zotero will download those automatically. Sometimes you might even get two, sometimes three. One will say full text and the other one will be named. So this one's actually got a name on it. And here, this is where you can go into your PDF, you click on it, it pulls it up within Zotero, and here's the article. Now this is where you can annotate. So mission statements have become popular in recent years. All right, well, let's say that that's in research suggests that these statements vary enormously in length and content. Now, I've got different color codes that I use for marking up or annotating my notes. Red's critical and yellow's important, and I can put those, the ones that I use, because I've built those into my integration with Obsidian as well. So, but just to show you how this works, if I highlight that and then make it a yellow, then I can click on this and add a comment to it. So this is interesting or whatever, and that will then add a little note tag up here, and you know that that is annotated, and you can continue to go back into that and it'll pull the note up and continue making more and more notes on it. So if you do use Obsidian with Zotero, when you import this annotated note, it will pull in all the highlights that you've made and the notes that you've made, and you can still come back to the PDF here and make more notes and more highlights and then overwrite the file in Obsidian. But that's one for a further video down the track. Now, if the PDF doesn't come down and you're able to find one, you can download the PDF by printing it out, perhaps by highlighting the page and printing it, save it to PDF, save it to your Zotero vault area in your collections. I have a directory I call PDF attachments so that I can find them at any time quite easily. And then what you would do is you highlight the article that is relevant and go up here, and it will allow you to attach a stored copy of the file, and then you just pull that up and bring up all of these, like you can see here, there's PDF attachments for articles, and you just click on that, and then, in fact, I'll show you one right now, McKinsey 7S model. I'll just do that, open, and you can see that it's added that to this particular article. And then I can click on that and I can pull that up and edit it within Zotero. So that's a really handy feature as well. So that's pretty much an introduction to setting Zotero up. I hope I've covered everything. It's a really wonderful program. I just love it for my research, and I hope you enjoy it too. Cheers.